Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Welcome in, and good morning to all of you. It's Thursday, the 18th day of April, and we got a good show for all of you. We're going to be talking to Amy Cloud and getting all the details for the Three Rivers Community Farm 9th annual plant sale. This is so cool. This is where Amy came on last year, and we were talking about all the different variations of tomatoes, the purple ones, and name it, it's there. Plus, all of the wonderful natives and wonderful plants and other species they got. So she's going to join us in about 20 minutes or so, and we're going to get the latest on all of that. Sydney Sinks joins us. We were going to talk to Luis, but I'm going to have to push him off one more day to make sure we get to all of the things we need to tackle today. But at 9:03, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update, and you will never miss out. You can join myself and over 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work weekend on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We will take you over across the river very briefly to start off this newscast. Dan Brannon contributed to this story. The deceased in an officer-involved shooting in St. Louis County has been identified as Detarius Haynes, 26 years of age, of the 900th block of Colbank Road in St. Louis, and Joshua Campbell, 18 years of age, of the 1500th block of No Way Drive in St. Louis as well. At 1:36 a.m. on Tuesday, an officer with the City of Ferguson Police Department exited a business in the 10,700th block of West Florissant and heard gunshots from the area of the gas pumps. Now, the preliminary investigation revealed that two adult males arrived at the business in the same vehicle and are believed to be known to one another. A handgun recovered at the scene. The county police said the preliminary investigation has revealed that Campbell and Haynes arrived at the gas pump in the 10,700th block of West Florissant Avenue in the city of Ferguson in a vehicle. Campbell shot Haynes and he collapsed and died near the gas pump. The Ferguson police officer then shot Campbell. Campbell ran onto West Florissant where he collapsed and died. Both males were pronounced deceased at the scene. Also in the news today, U.S. Attorney Rochelle Crow on Wednesday did announce that a Waterloo woman is facing federal charges after being accused of embezzling money from 2020 through 2022 as an employee at Dupo Community Unit School District number 196. Dan Brannon has this story, and Rochelle Crow, the state's attorney, did say that a grand jury charged Linda J. Johnson, 57 years of age, with 3 counts of theft from federally funded programs. If convicted, Johnson could face up to 10 years of imprisonment and or $250,000 in fines per count. When individuals steal from school districts, they selfishly place themselves above the students, faculty, and community as a whole, said the state's attorney, Rochelle Odd-Crow. According to court documents, Johnson worked in an administrative role in the superintendent's office for DuPont Community Unit School District 196. In this role, Johnson oversaw the district's activity account with funds for student athletics, clubs, and extracurriculars. The indictment charges that Johnson received control over cash and checks intended to be deposited into the district's activities account. She would prepare bank deposit slips reflecting the correct amount of cash and checks received, but later she prepared a second set of fraudulent deposit slips that only accounted for the checks while she kept the cash. The loss to the school district is estimated to be more than $100,000. The FBI has a solemn responsibility, to investigate allegations of public corruption and the abuse of power by any public servant. That's a quote from acting special agent in charge for the FBI, Joe Rodriguez. We would like to thank the DuPont Police Department for their assistance and proactive efforts in this investigation. The FBI Springfield office, the DuPont Police Department are leading the investigation. Assistant U.S. Attorney Steve Weinheft is prosecuting this case. Dan Brandon again has this story a little bit further down the road, but out of Hillsborough and Coffeen, a large sinkhole recently emerged on Illinois 185 between Hillsborough and Coffeen, and that picture went viral on social media from IDOT. They announced that Illinois Route 185 is closed in the area for the time being. The sinkhole has slightly increased in diameter, making the area unsafe for travel, IDOT said. Until further notice, Illinois Route 185 will remain closed while a geotechnical consultant evaluates the situation. Out of Alton School District, some really positive news. Sydney Sinks has this one from the Board of Education meeting. They recognized the Special Olympics state basketball division champions during their regular meeting on the 16th of April. Not only did they go to state, but they won, explained Coach Tammy Talbert. I'm going to brag, and I'm going to use the word dominating. They actually dominated against their opponents. Tammy Talbert is a wonderful coach as well. Talbert, a teacher at Mark Twain School, explained that there are two Special Olympics basketball teams in the district. The board recognized Tatum Harrington, Charles Harris III, Ryan Spangler, and Tyree West, as the four state champions who attended Alton High School. Talbert noted that the students did a great job in a variety of tournaments throughout the year, but they especially succeeded at a shootout hosted by Alton. They went on to win the regional game, which qualified them to compete at the state level at Illinois Wesleyan. And guess what? The domination occurred again. So they dominated up at state, Talbert said. She said that the Special Olympic competitions are a great environment and everybody has a great time. She recognized each student for their dedication, the time they put into practice, and their teamwork. A final quote, "It was an honor and it's a privilege," Talbert added. "I'm the lucky one that gets to be around to coach these guys because it's amazing. It really is. It's a fun job and I appreciate it." Also in the news today, and also, congratulations to all of you a part of that team. Also in the news today, Sydney Sinks with a really great write-up out of, the state of Illinois. Our annual emergence of cicadas is set to be a little bit louder this year. Two broods of cicadas are expected to emerge in the coming weeks. I can't read Roman numerals. One brood emerges every 17 years and the other emerges every 13 years. Dr. Jake Williams, the chair of the Biological Services Department in SIUE, noted this dual emergence only occurs every 220 years and encourages people to enjoy the ride. We'll find out why. Because they alternate 17 and 13 years, they rarely come out at the same time, once every 220 years or so. So we're lucky to experience that this year, Williams said. Realize that this is history. That is the last time this happened was 220 years ago. And what's going on at that time? So, folks, 220 years from now are going to be thinking, what the heck did those guys do back in the day? It's really kind of an historic event. That was his quote. Our region can already expect those annual cicadas we get every year, but these periodic cicadas will also emerge once the ground temperature reaches the low 60s. The gradual emergence will start in southern Illinois and continue to the northern side of the state. As temperatures continue to rise, Williams explained that one brood will emerge in northern Illinois and Wisconsin, while the other, also known as the Great Southern Brood, will stretch from southern Illinois to the Carolinas. With this dual emergence, and while it's historic, there won't be much overlap between the broods in the Riverbend region. Thankfully, though central Illinois and Springfield will likely see both broods at the same time. However, we can expect our brood to be very dense in this area. Williams' research focuses on biological and etymological evolution, and he is interested to see how animals and insects react to this new dead biomass. He noted that dead cicadas will serve as a food source for many animals and even a few brave humans. Let's continue on, and anyone that wants to be a part of those 100-plus decibel levels, go for it. Out of Alton, Little Theater is set to cap off its monumental 90th season in true Alton Little Theater fashion with the classic musical Singing in the Rain, running from May the 10th through May the 19th, with potential additional dates due to high demand. As Alton Little Theater prepares to launch its 91st season, which starts just at the beginning of June at the Showplace, the team, led by artistic director Kevin Frakes, plays tribute to the timeless Gene Kelly film. Known for its demanding production requirements, including complex tap dance sequences, the musical remains a favorite yet rarely performed piece in regional theaters. Frakes has dedicated 6 months to meticulously planning this ambitious production, aiming to recreate iconic dance numbers and even make it rain on stage. Despite the smaller theater size, the production team, including Lee Cox, choreographer Mary Fox, music director Mary Mahoney, technical director Brant McCants, and costume designers Colleen Mickelson and Lee Cox have collaborated extensively to bring this vision to life. The cast is featuring Eric Skies, Lorian Warford, Katie Ober, and Corrine Jones in the lead roles, and is supported by 21 ensemble performers navigating through 90 costume changes and over 2 hours of nonstop music and dance. Advanced tickets sales are promising, and the theater is considering adding that extra matinee if demands meet expectations by May 1st. So you have about 12 days to get your tickets. I think April is... 30 days has September, April, June, and November. In anticipation of the 91st season, you have 12 days left to get these tickets before May 1st so we can guarantee the additional matinee. And it continues its tradition of offering those raffles and even a special Mother's Day treat during the May 12th performance. Now, anticipation of the 91st season, well, it's already here and so much excitement, and they are offering significant savings on early bird season tickets. An open house will be held at the Showplace on the 28th of April in just 10 days' time from 2 to 4 p.m., featuring cake, summer acting class information, auditions for the upcoming musical Oliver, and a sneak peek at the Disney tribute event. For more information, you can contact the box office 618-462-3205. That's 618-462-3205, or visit altonlittletheater.org to find out more today. Let's take you to weather. Get ready for this one. It's going to be something today. It's 66 degrees. It feels like 67. Temperatures will reach 81 degrees, and that's where we got to start paying some attention to. They'll drop down to 46 overnight throughout the day, warm with some sun, then clouds. Afternoon thunderstorms, some could be very severe. Storms can bring flooding downpours, hail, damaging wind gusts, and even an isolated tornado. Tonight, breezy this evening with showers and thunderstorms throughout the evening. Otherwise, when it's not raining, it'll be all clouds in the sky and just the temperatures as they continue to drop. For time and temperature throughout the day, you give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545, this time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab Recover, and return home. Hey, before I take a quick break, are you looking for a fresh start on the road to recovery? A life free from addiction's possible, and it starts at Centerstone. Centerstone is a national leader in mental health and substance use disorder treatment for people of all ages. With a commitment to delivering care that truly changes people's lives, Centerstone's dedicated clinicians use evidence-based practices in their treatment programs. This means that the recovery care plan is developed for you based on the latest science. There are so many unknowns on the road to recovery, folks, but one thing you can know for sure, and this is important, is that Centerstone, they will always be that constant guiding force, not with you, but for you on that recovery journey. Addiction, it can happen to anybody. However, so can recovery. So start working towards your recovery today by giving this phone number a call, 1-877-HOPE-123, or you can hang out with Centerstone and myself on our daily show on the first and last Wednesday of each month, or for more information, where you can find it immediately right now. It's recoverwithus.org. That's recoverwithus.org. We're rolling around to 917 in downtown Alton, but let's take a look at how our sky cam's looking today before the storms come in. 917 is the time. We'll come back with more of our daily show right after this on RiverBender.com.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I was playing it safe today. 9:22, welcome back to our daily show on this 18th day of April. It is a Thursday in downtown Alton. Amy Cloud back in the studio. About a year ago, you were on again to fill us in on the 8th annual community plant, or the annual plant sale, and now it's the 9th annual.
Yes, that's correct.
How are we
We've been at
feeling?
it for 9 seasons. This year is going to be awesome, even better than last year. We're growing more plants. Everybody's in the gardening mood with the warm weather. I think it's going to be great.
Well, and too, it's going to be really nice this week and good shopping weather.
Yes, yeah. It's going to be a little chilly at night, Saturday and Sunday, so you might not want to plant everything you pick up at the plant sale, like zucchini, tomatoes, peppers, basil. Hold off a couple days on those, but lots of other stuff you can get planted right away.
And what's the safe timeline for how long you can hold the plants before they need to go in the ground?
A good 2 weeks. They'll be fine in our pots for that long. But you want to make sure that they get some sun and you keep them watered. You know, set them out on your patio or your deck during the day. And if it's warm at night, you can leave them out there too. But cold, bring them back in at night.
Can you sit them by the window for the same effect, or do they need to be completely outside?
As long as they're getting a good amount of sun.
Okay.
But a couple days before you plant them, set them outside so they get used to direct sunlight, some wind. You know,
all the elements that life throws at it.
The real world.
Yeah. You can't just keep them sheltered forever, folks. You know, they got to be planted. So this is really cool. It's all organically grown, and you go down the gauntlet from annuals to perennials and herbs and you name it. Take me through the gauntlet this year. Are there any new plants that you've added?
We always do new varieties of almost every single category. So there's some new native perennials, new bedding flowers, always new varieties of tomatoes, zucchini, peppers, herbs. We've added a few new herbs like sorrel, some more unusual varieties of basil. And then this year we've added strawberry hanging baskets.
Really cool. Now they grow better hanging, don't they?
Not necessarily. This is a variety. It's called everbearing, so it will produce all summer long. Now, out of a basket, are you going to get like pounds of strawberries? No.
Right.
But this would be just like a fun, little project with your young child. Just have a strawberry hanging basket. They go out there every couple of days, pick off a couple berries. They get to experience harvesting and growing something. And then we also have traditional June-bearing strawberry plants, which are ready to go in the ground right now. You don't get berries off them the first year. You just want to water, keep them weeded, and then you'll have a berry patch for 4 to 5 years.
Oh, wow. So the first year's is a little tougher?
Yeah, well, you just want to get them established.
Okay.
So if they put all their energy into producing the fruit, the plant's not going to get very big. So the first year, take those flowers off, and then the second year, you're going to have an awesome crop of strawberries.
That's really cool. How about that? You're getting that answered for you bright and early on a Thursday. Well, and how did the family prepare for this? What's it look like over at the Cloud household?
We started in the greenhouse in early February, so we've been going strong for a couple months now. And the last month has really been crunch time. It's tricky getting all these different varieties of crops, vegetables, bedding plants, all to be ready at the same time.
Right.
So it's a lot of different scheduling, some late nights, real hard push at the end, but everything's looking fantastic.
Well, and especially when you have so many folks that are really waiting for this day too and counting on you,
Yes, yeah. We have kind of, developed a loyal following for these plants. They're super healthy. I think they do better in your garden straight off. A lot of times the plants you get at a large box store have tons of chemicals in them already.
Yeah.
And then they go into your soil, which might, not be super fertile or strong. Our plants have a compost-based soil mix, and so they have compost, a slow-release fertilizer built in with that compost, and it'll just help them gradually transition into your garden a little better.
Well, and too, it seems like the more I go to the big box store for any type of plants, there's like a weird, it doesn't feel the same.
Oh, okay.
There's just something there. There's something off with it, but I can't put my finger on it, but I can tell.
Well, I should go visit these box stores more often. I'm not very good at doing that to see prices.
That's good.
Too, but it's just my general impression with quick drive-bys. I'm like, oh, those plants look really sad.
Yeah.
They're not taken care of. They're kind of out in the elements. They're barely watered, and
too, if you don't check and they're already established, sometimes they already have that root rot going on.
Yes,
and
right.
Man, then you're already angry before you even start digging,
And one thing that we can specialize in that big box stores can't is we know the varieties that are great for this area.
100%.
We are vegetable farmers here, and we grow the same varieties of so many of these different, plants. So we know that they're going to do well in our hot, humid climate.
Well, and folks can come and ask you questions, because I don't feel too comfortable asking folks. You have to really gauge out the box store employee to know who has a rockin' garden, that you can find. But going to Three Rivers Community Farm, I mean, you can ask away.
Yes, yep. I am all ears, happy to help as much as I can. And we have a lot of experience to, rely on.
Let me ask you this, because I got to ask for myself. Hold on, and then we'll get back to your part of the show. I bought a house last year, and we're starting to make it look kind of nicer outside.
Yeah.
What do you recommend for somebody that's brand new to gardening, that is brand new to the whole vegetable? Because I grew flowers, but growing flowers is a lot different than growing vegetables, I'd assume. What's your recommendation?
I would say the easiest way to get started is with just container gardening. So go get some nice big pots, buy some quality potting soil mix. Your soil is a big part.
What do you recommend?
Well, we sell some great potting soil
There we go!
All organic based, so it's just going to be a healthier start for your plants. And then it's not a huge investment. You don't necessarily have to till up ground. Just get some good pots. Some great things to start in pots would be we have lots of different dwarf tomatoes. Cherry tomato plants are good for pots. We've got these little lunchbox peppers. You can do loads of herbs in pots. Cutting lettuces, different greens do well in pots. So start out small like that. If you have success with your container, then maybe next year you want to carve out a little space in your backyard that you actually till up and amend the soil and just go baby steps.
Mom, I know where we're going this week. She's going to have to help me. We're going to have to go and get some plants. I'm ready for this.
No, I should mention the one thing that we don't sell at our farm are perennial bushes or trees. If you're looking for kind of landscape bushes or fruit bushes like blueberries, raspberries, we do not have that.
And, I kind of like that, though, because sometimes those suckers get out of control, and it's hard to maintain those.
Yes, yeah. I mean, a bush is a whole different animal versus
We
a
had
plant.
a blackberry bush.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, and that sucker was wild for a while. It was, those things are sharp.
Yeah, it sounds like you did have a wild blackberry plant, which do have thorns.
Yeah, it was. They were good, though. I mean, now, what's your favorite to grow? Whenever you're preparing for something like this, is there one that you always know is, kind of your easy child of the bunch to get raised up, ready to go?
I mean, basil. Basil is pretty easy to grow, and people love it so much. And then cherry tomatoes too. It's fun, in the winter to look through the catalog, see all the different color rainbow of cherry tomatoes, and just have fun with it.
How many variations of color do y'all have?
Well, with tomatoes itself, which includes like heirlooms, slicers, and cherries, we grow over 40 different types, 40 different varieties.
How do you separate them?
So I have a good spreadsheet that helps me keep all that, on track. And as I'm seeding and planting out into larger plants or larger pots, I have pot tags, and just keep everything labeled and organized on the flat.
If she can do it with thousands, we can do it with 5. We can stay organized here. Well, and as we talk about this, it's good to point out where the 8-acre vegetable farm is located in Chautauqua.
Well, technically Elsah. So
is it?
Yes.
Dang
this
it.
is a good point to bring up.
Okay.
So if you're coming to our plant sale for the first time, the address is 22935 Chautauqua Road in Elsah. If you type that into your GPS, it's going to lead you to the village of Chautauqua, which is a gated community. You can't access our farm through Chautauqua. So come into Elsah, go all the way to the back of town, turn left, and then we're up at the top of the hill of Chautauqua Road and Elsah Road.
That's right. Well, I'm glad I
Yes.
flubbed that one a little bit. That's good.
People get that confused all the time, and GPS doesn't have it straight either.
Isn't that wild? We still haven't gotten that far with GPS. Yes. Hopefully soon. Well, how has the year been? How was last year's sale?
Last year's sale was awesome.
Was it really?
Yes, we really did sell out of virtually every plant over those 2 weekends.
No way.
Yes, yeah, by that Sunday of the second weekend, I still had a nice selection to start the morning.
Yeah.
But by the end of the day, it was just like a smattering of tomato plants, a few hot pepper plants, and that was about it.
Well, and that's got to be an awesome feeling. I mean, that is just incredible.
I'm so grateful for this community that supports our farm in that way and appreciates like some quality and something different.
Well, and we really have a lot of folks that care about this type of lifestyle, and that's what I think is really cool, and really embracing it too.
Yeah.
And embracing a locally owned organic vegetable farm.
Yes, that's right.
Because
family owned.
Family owned too. Yes. And that's a good point because I'm starting to see more of how I was reading that these conglomerates are starting to pick up on how folks like things organically made and like that kind of local setting. Yes. So they're kind of hedge funding a lot of businesses like car washes. Car washes are being owned by hedge funds now?
No.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. There's a whole, it's just insane what's happening. But when you head over to Elsah that you are supporting a local family that gives back local. Are you guys still at the Tower Grove?
Yes, we still go to the Tower Grove Farmers Market, and our farm stand, which is on site, will open May 9th, I believe. It's that first Thursday, like the full first week in May. And then we're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from May through October. We're hoping for some summer hours too. Well, we'll open Tuesday and Wednesday in addition to that. That wouldn't start till Memorial Day week though.
And what are the hours for those Thursday through Sunday?
So Thursday and Friday is 10 to 7, Saturday is 9 to 2. And then when we get the Tuesday, Wednesday up and running, it'll be 10 to 6.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
And what is going to be on hand throughout this? Is it just dependent upon what's able to be grown?
Definitely seasonal vegetables that we raise on the farm. And we're experienced growers at this point. We really have every veggie that you can think of, which is a great opportunity to try something new. If you just go to the grocery store and you buy like the same 3 vegetables every time, it can be hard to get inspired in the kitchen.
It is.
So do something new, try a new vegetable. We've got lots of recipes to go along with them. And then we also sell other local goods like eggs, pasture-raised meat, honey. We do sourdough breads. Got lots of pantry staples.
Do you guys do organic milk or any of that?
It's not organic, but it is from one of the few local dairies in the area. They're in Greenville, Illinois, and it's called Rolling Lawns.
Really nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a little farmer's market just right there in that store.
Well, and that's real. I didn't realize you guys had that throughout the year. There we
Yes.
go. Now we know what to do in the summer. Well,
yes.
And as we keep talking about this, the plant sale is this weekend and next weekend.
That's correct.
Just so folks at home know, if you miss this time, you get a repeat in just another 7 days. And what are the hours again? I forgot to ask that.
9 to 4.
9 to 4,
Yes.
both days?
Both days. And we will have our organic vegetables for sale there too. So you can get some veggie plants and you can also get some vegetables.
Do pepperoncinis grow on trees or plant? Or
That's definitely a pepper plant.
Is it really?
Yes.
Do you guys grow those?
No, we don't. We have lots of other hot peppers and also banana peppers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do they grow from the ground too?
Yes.
my
Banana
whole
peppers,
mind's
that's
blown.
just like a classic pepper plant.
My mind is blowing today because I always thought they grew in trees.
No, I don't. I mean, as far as I know, I don't think so.
That's why I host a talk show. That's why I'm not teaching any type of botany class. Well, as we're getting back to this, there's going to be so many things on hand, and let's go through prices and all of that fun stuff. Can you take us through the pricing sheet?
Yeah, so we have plants in sort of 3 different categories. Our 3-inch pot, which is mainly our vegetable starts, and our annual flower starts are $3.55. And then native perennials, which are in the 4-inch pots, are $5.75. And then 4 packs, we do that for like basil, cucumbers, green beans. Those are $4.
Really cool. And that's really affordable.
Yes, it is. It's very reasonable.
That's actually beating the big box store.
Maybe.
I mean,
seriously,
that's close. That's really close. Because sometimes, I mean, you walk out there out of a corporate store and you're like, man, where's the refinance line? You know?
I think everybody feels that way after they go plant shopping in general. It is a little bit of an investment, but what a great investment, you know?
Well, and you feel good.
Is so good for you.
It is, and you can tell when somebody's really outside, and it's just being passionate about something. And you know, and honestly, I got to ask you this: when you guys really started to get into this, you know, when you first started, what I think's really fascinating is when you start to do it the right way, organically, and using native plants and native species. The way that your yard looks and your landscape around it, I mean, it looks beautiful because of all the ecosystem you created.
Exactly, and you'll see such improvements with your soil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and
you'll see a lot more earthworms. The texture of the soil will be better. I mean, every year we plant a little less or just about the same, and our yields are getting higher and higher just because of years and years of taking good care of the soil.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, and that just shows that this is a long haul. This isn't a short-term game, and it takes time. And
it does, yeah.
Now, is there anything you recommend for folks that maybe want to attract pollinators that are going to be at the plant
we have
sale?
so many great native perennials for that. Yes.
Really cool.
I've got different agastacheas, lots of echinaceas. I should mention that my butterfly weed and milkweed did not do well this year. So if you're coming for those plants, you're going to be disappointed. I'm very sorry. But we have so many other great attractors for bees and butterflies in the native perennial section.
Now, do we have snapdragons here? Is that a thing?
That is an annual flower. We do not grow that just because it's like an early season flower. When it gets hot, it's going to die.
It's done?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you go to like a local nursery, they would probably have that.
That's
right
I just always curious about those type of things. And I wanted to talk about too the potting soil mix and the fertilizer.
So we partner with Morgan Composting Company. They're up in Michigan.
Okay.
They supply the potting soil mix that we grow all our starts for the farm itself, and we get all our compost from them and all our soil amendments. So we are using the same product that we're selling to you and have had wonderful results with it. We're going to have bagged compost, bagged potting soil mix, and actual bags of organic fertilizer that you can purchase this year. And for compost, if you bring your own 5-gallon bucket, you can scoop your own compost for $5. Take it home with you.
You can't beat that.
Yes, it's a good deal.
That really is a great deal. And what I think's great too is for the folks that are going, I mean, you're knowing that you're using the same soil and the same things that you guys are doing, and having that track record to say, hey, this is vetted and verified, and it's great for you.
Yeah, if you're not having a lot of success in your garden, take a look at your soil.
Can I
see what you're putting in your containers, do a soil test on your little plot, you know. Because if the plants aren't doing well, that's probably a big part of why it's not succeeding.
Well, and a lot of times I've noticed that we have a big clay problem, it seems like.
Yeah. So if your soil is super heavy clay, you want to add a lot of compost to that to try and just add more air to the soil, more texture. Clay is good because it holds a lot of nutrients, but also holds a lot of water. And so your plants might get waterlogged and they just can't breathe very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now what do you recommend for somebody that maybe has a really big issue with that? You know, kind of clay soil, it's hard to, get a lot of water sitting there.
Yeah.
Is there a plant that kind of soaks up or can help that aerated process?
No, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. Like if this is a backyard garden plot, you might want to add like leaves, leaves from the fall. Just pile on your leaves from the yard in the winter. Let them just hang out on top over the winter. They'll break down. They'll kind of add some, nutrients and biomass back into the soil. Doing that for several years will help. It's not going to happen overnight.
Right. That's still really cool. I would have never thought that.
Oh, yeah. Just think about the forest, right? All those leaves come off the trees. The soil in the forest has such an amazing texture. It's really loamy, and that's because all those leaves just break down every winter and add to that soil.
Now, with cicadas coming in this summer, can folks use that for biomass?
You mean the bug?
Yeah. Whenever it's dead, because you have those piles everywhere. Does that ever help?
Yeah, I'm sure that would break down and
I
feed
just was
the
curious,
soil.
because it was in one of the news stories this morning about all the dead cicadas that we're going to
I
encounter.
haven't been following that too much. Maybe I should check into that.
You know what's wild? It was kind of how we experienced the eclipse. Everyone's like, oh, we're getting these 2 broods and it's going to be over 100 decibels. And then, today they said, well, we're only going to get one of those broods, down in this area.
Right.
So a little bit of a taste of what's to come. But, getting back to the Three Rivers Community Farm, the 9th annual plant sale, whether or not it's this weekend or next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, Fridays too?
No, just Saturday
just
and
Sunday,
9 to 4.
9 to 4. Yep. You can go and really ask some good questions and get them all answered too. And actually, what better way to really learn how to do something than to ask the folks that have done it for quite a long time.
Yeah, and a chance to meet a local farmer and get to know a farmer. And if the weather's nice, which it looks like it's going to be this weekend, you're totally welcome to walk out into our fields, see how our rows of broccoli and cabbage are doing and our strawberry patch. And you can explore the farm. There's a great area for kids. Definitely bring your kids. We've got a great place where they can hang out and just have a good time while you come and shop.
That's really cool.
Yes.
Now, is there a plant or a vegetable that you don't recommend for somebody with littles that are because of leaves or maybe some of the hairs on them or some of those fibers?
I would more ask or just know what vegetables your kids are interested in.
Okay.
There's certain vegetables that are more appealing to kids than others, and just focus on growing those. If you don't think your kids are going to eat, radishes, then don't plant radishes. If you think they'll love cucumbers and green beans, just do that. They'll immediately be more interested in the process.
That's really cool. All right, Amy, what's the final push for the 9th annual plant sale?
No, I just want to express our gratitude to the community. We're so excited to see everybody and thankful for your support. And we just look forward to helping you guys have an awesome gardening season.
And we look forward to seeing you all there. I don't know if it'll be this weekend or next, but my mom and I will be down there. I got to get this stuff taken care of. And Amy, it's always so fun to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you.
I learn a lot each time, and I know you guys will too when you head on over to Three Rivers Community Farm, whether it's for the 9th annual plant sale or during the summer months for
that's right.
the really
farm
cool
stand.
farm stand.
Yes.
I want to call it Farmer's Market because that's what it really is.
It is.
Yes. This is really cool. For more information, just head on over to their website, and that is threeriverscommunityfarm.com. That's threeriverscommunityfarm.com. And once you go over to see Amy this weekend or next, just say, hey, I saw you on Riverbender. Get over here.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Oh, yeah. Welcome back. 9:28, that's the time. Corolla Davis and Reverend Joe Davis in the studio. How are we doing today?
I'm doing fine.
I'm fantastic. Except I had to get up at 6 o'clock this morning.
Oh, man. I'm telling you what. So I used to be the guy that got up early and seized the day. Man, I'm not liking that too much anymore.
Hey, I'm on your side, CJ.
Well, we were talking, we got the credit card bills paid today, and life's looking good, and we're learning about Speak Out to the Community, a nonprofit. Creola, how are we doing today? Joe, how are we doing today? And how are we doing with Speak Out to the Community?
Well, I'm doing fine, and my purpose for being here today is I really want to introduce Speak Out to the community. Mm-hmm. I really feel as though it really offers a value to the community, and I really hope people can embrace what we're trying to do and see that we really are committed to what we say we're about.
And I want to thank Lee Barham for connecting us and getting us on. And right off the bat, let's go into that. How did Speak Out to the Community develop? What was the overview story on how...
She's guilty.
on how we got started. All right, the floor is yours.
She's guilty.
The floor is yours, Senator. Take it away.
Well, what happened is I was diagnosed with diabetes. Uh-huh. And once I received my diagnosis, I felt as though when the doctor was explaining everything to me, I had no clue as far as what she was talking about. Right. And I felt as though, if I don't understand what she's saying, I'm sure a lot of other people, they go to the doctor and they have these same issues. So I said, I would like to do something for our community. So what Speak Out, its purpose and its mission statement is to provide resources and educational information to a diverse community, those who feel as though they are being disparaged.
really cool.
Yeah.
Don't let me cut you off.
Oh,
this
no,
is
that's fine.
this is really cool because there's so many times, and this is why I do so many segments on the show about mental health and substance use disorders with Centerstone.
Right.
Because there's so many topics where you don't need to know the information until you need to know it.
Exactly.
Right.
And to have this forum to where
Yes.
you're surrounded by your community,
and people that are
living
look
it.
like
Yeah.
you, and people that are on your level as far as understanding who you can relate to.
You're right, because it's intimidating when you go into one of those
Yeah.
seminars and here's a guy in a 3-piece suit that's driving a Lexus. Joe, you're on the hot seat today. No. But
she's trying to convert me. Jeans and a jumpsuit or something.
But whenever you're listening to those lectures, it's because you're hearing from somebody that's talking to you with a PhD.
Exactly.
And sometimes we just need to be around each other and learn how did we handle that? How did our neighbors do it?
That's right.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So when did this get started?
I started it last March.
Last March?
I found out I had diabetes in February, and I started it in March.
That's cool. Don't let me cut you off, Joe.
CJ, but she got diagnosed with that. I got diagnosed with Creola. And that's how I end up with this in this maze. You understand me? I'm still and the idea and the problem that we have in our community, she addressed it well.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you know what? This is something that we need really, really, really to get out, because I have a talk show too, but this Speak Out is great. And we talk about more than just one thing.
Right.
We cover a conglomerate of things.
Yes.
And you were talking before we came on the segment here about expanding up to East St. Louis
Yes.
and really covering the map. And it to me, it doesn't matter what demographic you come
That's
from
right.
for this.
There you
That's
go.
the main thing we want to make sure is out there, that information.
It doesn't. I mean, this is for literally everybody
Yes.
that wants to
Right.
come
Yes.
and be a part, because
Yes.
it takes a village, no matter if you're 40 or if you're 4.
That's
right.
true.
You know.
Right.
And what I like about it, what I like about Speak Out is it's not selective to a particular race.
Yeah.
This is for everybody.
Yeah.
And but for the first time we can come together and share information, because I'm sure there's some other information out there that we need. And then, so that's why Creole has went through the community to deal with all glamour peoples, not just, this guy, not PhD, not, we got, just a regular guy, what happened to you? And, we share.
Well, and that's the thing, because, so many times, especially in our community, because we have a really unique layout
Yes,
and a
we
really
do.
unique region of blue-collar workers all
Yes,
the
we
way
do.
down from the factories when they were here, and, now they're not, but they were
Right,
for a
right.
while. And whenever you're having these meetings, is it kind of an eye-opener for maybe somebody that goes the first time and realizes, wow, there's a lot of different folks that look different than me but are going through the same
Yes.
darn thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are so many, and we've only been doing our meetings. I started Speak Out in March, but our first meeting wasn't until September. The first meeting dealt with dialysis. So one of the eye-opening moments for me, or like wow moments for me, was when one of the people that was at the meeting, he said, once the meeting was over, he said, I'm making an appointment with my doctor tomorrow, because I need to make sure I'm doing everything right.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Because and that's it goes further than that, because even though someone's going, wow, they're, someone at home might go, oh, we called the doctor. It's the fact that conversation spurred him to want to be proactive.
And it gave him more information
Yeah.
when he spoke with his doctor to understand more what the doctor was talking about.
Well, and you feel a lot more safe when you make that phone call.
Right. That's
Because
right.
I don't know anybody that understands half of what the doctor says to you. You kind of just
And then
nod
your-
and nod, and then that's
and your
it.
appointment is so quick. It's like 2 or 3 minutes. They tell you this, and then you're like, okay.
And good luck calling him back. Good luck
Exactly,
calling him
yeah,
back.
yeah.
And CJ, and what's really exciting is it's not only about medical problem.
Right.
It's about a family problem, how to bring the family together. It's about elections. It's about whatever the problem is in that community.
You're right.
You know?
Well, and that's why I think this is so important, because this is such a dynamic group. It's not a one size fits, or it's not a one category or one stop shop. It's a place where you can really go and have answers given to you on any topic.
Yes.
And because life happens, and people always ask me, why do you do a live show and why don't you tape it? Live show because life happens, and that's what makes it fun.
You know, I know.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you get up and, oh, wow, CJ's in a sweatshirt and sweatpants today. He must be not feeling too good. Well, yeah, because it's life, you know, and it changes by the day, just like I'm sure your meetings and conversations do.
Hey, true.
How,
and, you know, and what I like about her is that after the show, we sit around and, you know, the audience, and we all talk about the main problem, what affects you, and then we share, and we try to share to not solve that problem, but we give them our side of what's going on in our lives, and then we all connect.
Let me ask you this: how much of the interaction is folks being heard for the first time?
Oh my
Because
gosh.
you know, whenever you have nobody to talk to, or really no support system, when you have that for the first time and you're getting answers and people are giving you advice and helping you, God, that's invaluable.
You got that right.
And one thing we always we really want from our participants, we want them to talk.
Yeah. Because
I want them to feel as though they're being heard, and I want them to feel as though we care. One of the things that we always make sure is they know this is a safe environment.
Mm-hmm.
It's judge-free. We're not judging you. Whatever you bring to this conversation, it's going to be just that. We're talking about it, and we're trying to help you. Not we're looking down on you because you have this. So it's nothing like that. And one of the things with the audience, the members of the group, we don't judge. We don't talk down on each other. And we don't act like your problem is not important.
Right.
So those are just different, like, ground rules that we have.
And we have people that are really, you know, we have teenagers, we have young folk, young adults, we have old adults, we have older adults, and then we have Creole.
Where do I fit in?
You know what? I've been waiting to get her.
I'm telling you that. You guys got a moment to stick around. I got to pay a bill real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Before we take a quick break, a little bit of business. I was just talking when we started the segment about our conversations with Centerstone. And Centerstone is a national leader in mental health and substance use disorder treatment. Are you looking for a fresh start on the road to recovery? A life free from addiction is possible, and it starts at Centerstone. Centerstone's dedicated clinicians use evidence-based practices in their treatment program, so it means they're not just giving you the thing that they've done for 20 or 30 years and it might have worked. It's tailor-made for you. And with their dedicated clinicians, they're going to be that constant guiding force for you on that recovery journey. Listen, addiction, folks, it can happen to anybody.
Wow.
But so can recovery.
Amen.
So start working towards your recovery today by giving Centerstone a call at 1-877-HOPE-123 or by visiting them online, recoverwithus.org, recoverwithus.org, or just hang out with them and myself on the first and last Wednesday of each month with our recovery segments right here on our daily show.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got Joey.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back. Oh, I'm going to get yelled at. I talked too fast over that. Here we go. Phone calls are going to come in. Speaking over the bumper music. Joe, we're in trouble.
You were CJ.
I knew you'd do it to me. Welcome back, Daily Show on a Monday. Speak Out to the Community, a nonprofit that just got started last month and
Last March.
Last March. Sorry, I do get paid to speak for a living. Last March. And really is setting a good stride for itself. Now, when do you guys meet?
We meet every first Tuesday of the month.
And it's all by Zoom?
No, you can come into the office or Zoom.
Come into the office or Zoom. Now, where's the office located?
The office is located at 2710 College Avenue in the lower level in Alton, Illinois.
Really cool. And that's just, and then for landmarks, give me a landmark.
The police station.
Oh, yeah, right next to the police station.
Yeah.
No?
What they got a police car standing?
Oh, yeah.
It's catty corner from the pancake.
That's exactly right. Okay, because you kept telling me I'm like 2710, and I kept seeing the numerals on the building.
Yeah,
I can see the building. I just can't see the street.
Well, every time I come in, there's a police car parked.
Oh, okay. You're right, though, because there always is a cop.
But that's not their office.
Well,
I don't know.
Joe, you and I are in the same boat. The more I know, I realize the less I do. Yeah.
You sound like me, CJ.
Well, and so how do people get the Zoom link? If they can't make it, but they want to be a part of it, how do they reach out for that?
I post it on my Facebook page every month, or they can go to our website.
What's your website?
It's www.speakoutasap.org.
I got this. On the fly. I'm going to find... Oh. There you go. So I'll make sure we link the Zoom link, too.
Okay.
But now, how long are your meetings normally?
My meetings are 1 hour.
Really cool.
Yes, they're actually 45 minutes, and the last 15 minutes are designated for self-directed exercise.
Really cool. And I'm on the website.
About the raffles.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm on the website right now where you can follow along at home, see some of the really great testimonials, meet some of the team, and that is speakoutasap.org. That's speakoutasap.org, where you can see all of that great information. Plus, all you have to do is just go and click to join the virtual session. When the Zoom link's there, it'll take you right to it. Now, what about raffles? I'm nosy, and I kept hearing something about
every meeting we offer a raffle. And what we try to do is we try to raffle off different medical things, like 1 month we gave away like a blood pressure monitor. We give gift cards to like Walmart or Walgreens, different places where they can, like, if you can't, just to help you like with out-of-pocket expenses. So that's what we do every meeting. We have
a professional puller, Miss Rain.
That's true. You need a professional puller.
She's a house Rain.
There's 3.
But let's be honest here. You've seen those raffles sometimes when those folks look down when they're picking them out.
That's not right.
Yeah, that's
Rain don't care.
Well, and Reverend Joe, whenever you're meeting with this group, and I'm sure in your services that you provide to the community, it's things that you hear quite a bit, I'd imagine, with folks that call you with concerns that maybe they're facing in the battles that they're going through in the journeys. When you go into these meetings, what's the takeaway from you that you can give back to maybe folks that have reached out? I mean, is a lot of what's being talked about some of the concerns that you hear on a day-to-day basis?
CJ, I think the meeting is so important. Matter of fact, I use it in one of my sermons not too long ago. Is that it teaches me how to listen.
Yeah.
I used to just people how people be talking. The Lord's gonna take care of it.
Yep.
But peoples are really hurting. This is a time that people really need someone to talk to, and speak out gives them that avenue. And I really sold on Speak Out.
Well, and rightfully so. I mean, you hit it right on the head, too. People need, about listening, because people just want to be heard. I mean, that's really all it is in a world where you got a bunch of snot-nosed kids flying on private jets that they don't own, but they're taking videos and they're influencers. It's frustrating for an adult that's worked their whole life, and they're struggling, and they're seeing all this, these young people kind of just live in a false identity.
Yeah,
it leads to a bigger conversation. And to have you guys do this is wonderful. And once again, when are those meetings?
Oh, they're every first Tuesday of each month.
The first Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. So the next one will be coming up, if I do my math correctly, if I say do math.
May 2nd?
May 7th.
7th?
Yeah.
Okay.
May 2nd is the first Thursday.
Oh, dang. I'll look at the calendar.
It's May 7th at 6 p.m.?
6 p.m.
At 6 p.m., you can either go to 2710 College Avenue and go right into the basement part of the building, or you can go to speakoutasap.org and click on the Join Virtual Session and be a part of them. And then is there a form that people need to fill out to present, speak, or is it just an open door?
Open.
Okay.
Open door.
Really
policy.
cool. Really cool. And is there anything else we're forgetting about so far
Well, I
today?
just wanted to let people know that our meeting on the 7th is going to be the ex-mayor Washington Park.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to be speaking on how your vote and how it impacts your community.
100%. Local elections are the most important, folks. Listen, everyone wants to talk about the presidential race.
Yeah,
Very
we're not
rarely
there.
does that really affect you at home, but your local races directly impact you. So what a great conversation to have. Joe Criolla, thank you so much for stopping by today. I had a blast.
CJ, I did too. Thank you for inviting.
Oh, no problem. You're welcome back anytime. If there's new developments, anything you want to share with our audience, you're more than welcome to. At 9:48, a quick break. We wrap up the 9 o'clock hour right after this on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
My peace of mind was you make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. When my soul was in the lost and found.
Welcome back. Thursday. Oh, Amy's not on no more. It's top of the hour news. 10:11's the time at RiverBender.com, and I'm so glad that you guys are back with me. It's been a really good year for us here at Riverbender, and it's all because of you guys kind of tuning in, hanging out with me, and then reading all the wonderful pieces that the team does, and it's just great to be a part of it. And before I do top of the hour news. Excuse me. I do want to inform you that you are invited to hang out with the Riverbender team and myself over at the Great Mushroom Hunt over at Raging Rivers this weekend. We do want to see you. We want to make sure that you guys know that you're more than welcome to always come chat with us. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know what you want to read more about and what you want to listen more about. And really looking forward to all of the great stuff that's coming down the pipeline and all of the great work that we're doing here at Riverbender. With that being said, let me take you to top of the hour news now and make sure you sign up for your daily email update where you'll never miss out at 10:12. Here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Sydney Sinks has this one, a follow-up from yesterday. During the regular Madison County Board meeting on the 17th, the board did vote 15-7 to begin discussions about separating from Cook County. Here is the latest. This means Madison County voters will vote on an advisory referendum during the general election on November the 5th. The question will read as follows. Shall the Board of Madison County correspond with the boards of other counties of Illinois outside of Cook County about the possibility of separating from Cook County to form a new state and to seek admission into the Union as such, subject to the approval of the people? That is the question that will read on the November 5th ballot. If voters vote yes to this advisory referendum, the county will begin conversations about separating from Cook County to form a new state. Several visitors spoke during the public comment portion of Wednesday's board meeting, both for and against this referendum. The Madison County Board voted ultimately to include this advisory referendum on the ballot. Doc Holliday, Bill Stottenborough, Shondell Wilson, Matt King, Victor Valentine, Allison Lomoth, and Nick Petrillo voted no. Bobby Ross, Mick Madison, Dalton Gray, and Skip Schmidt were absent from the meeting. The resolution came from the Government Relations Committee during their committee meeting On the 2nd of April, the committee voted 6-1 to approve this resolution. Allison Lomoth was the sole dissenting vote, with Stacey Pace, Denise Whitehart, Jason Palmero, Shawdell Wilson, Mike Babcock, and Dalton Gray voting in favor of this resolution. Opponents have tried to downplay the impact of this resolution by emphasizing it is non-binding and characterizing it as a public opinion poll, Lomoth said before the vote on April the 17th. But it's more than a poll. It's a goal to create a new state that excludes Cook County, our most populous county, and also the one that produces the most revenue. Lomoth, Holliday, Stottenborough, and Petrillo spoke against the resolution. Bob Meyer, Frank Dickerson, and Terry Eaker spoke in favor. I've talked to people in my communities, Dickerson said, and I can tell you that there's been a couple that have stayed in the same position as Member Holliday has, but the majority of people in my district have told me that they deserve and have the right, in their opinion, to vote on this, and because of that, because of my polling, I'm going to support it. Stottenborough had moved to table the resolution, seconded by John Janik. The motion failed, and the vote went on to vote in favor of the resolution. More information will come as we learn what this means for Madison County ahead of the November 5th ballot question being answered. Out of Edwardsville, RP Lumber is set to acquire Custer Do It Best Hardware, an independently owned hardware retailer of hardware, lumber, and building materials in Custer, South Dakota. The transaction is scheduled to close this coming Friday, tomorrow, the 19th of April, and the terms of the agreement were not disclosed. Current employees will transition to the RP Lumber team and join the nearly 1,000 RP Lumber team members. Bonnie Raymer, owner of Custer Do It Best Hardware and Lumber, said the lumberyard has been serving professional builders and DIY homeowners across the central and southern Black Hills for nearly 90 years. I was certainly not the first owner, Bonnie Raymer said, but I truly believe that RP Lumber is the right organization to call itself the next owner of this location. In addition to contractor sales department, Custer Do It Best Hardware and Lumber offers delivery, key cutting, screen repair, glass repair, and a full line of hardware and building materials. They also offer an efficient drive-through lumberyard experience for customers. That's very interesting. Based in Edwardsville, RP Lumber first opened in Staunton in 1977, has continued to grow throughout the states of Illinois, Missouri, Wyoming, Iowa, Wisconsin, and now South Dakota. Custer Do It Best Hardware and Lumber will become RP Lumber's 83rd location and its first in the Mount Rushmore state. Custer Do It Best Hardware and Lumber has stood the test of time, said Robert Plummer, the president and CEO of RP Lumber. The care and pride exhibited by Bonnie and her team are apparent. We're humbled they have decided to entrust their great business to another family-owned company. We look forward to serving customers and building relationships in and around Custer County. Also in the news today, for all of you commuters out there, the Illinois Department of Transportation did announce that road repairs will require lane closures in both directions of Interstate 270 between Illinois 3 and Riverview Drive in Missouri, starting weather permitting at 9 p.m. this coming Friday, tomorrow, the 19th of April. One lane will always remain open, and all lanes will reopen by Monday at 5 a.m. on April the 22nd. Drivers should expect delays, and motorists are encouraged to use alternate routes during this closure. Also are urged to reduce speeds, be alert for changing conditions, and obey all construction signage, and refrain from using your mobile device while approaching and traveling through that work zone. For IDOT District 8 updates, you can follow them on X at IDOT District 8 or view the area construction details on IDOT's Traveler's Information Map, gettingaroundillinois.com. Also in the news today, out of Wood River and out of our daily show, Kristen Burns, the newly named executive director of Wood River Business Alliance, recently shared about the group becoming the Riverbend's latest Main Street organization and their goals going forward. Burns joined us right here on this show and said that there are only 2 Main Street organizations in downstate Illinois, including Alton Main Street, and now Wood River Business Alliance. She noted that the two cities' close proximity will hopefully lead to greater growth for the whole region. Illinois Main Street is a division of Main Street America. It supports a network of communities across the state that are working to bring prosperity to their older and historic downtowns and commercial districts, according to the website. Burns said the historic downtowns of Alton and Wood River both make them ideal cities for the Main Street mission of preserving historic downtown business districts. Burns, who has formerly served as the Business Alliance's vice president, said she will officially take the reins as the executive director in May of 2024, just in 12 days. She was also the marketing and public relations consultant for the city, a position she'll be moving on from. The news of Burns accepting her new role was bittersweet for Mayor Tom Stallcup, who still wished her good luck with her new position. At last city council meeting, which that's hyperlinked on the Riverbender story, Burns said Stallcup, along with some other city officials, have been consistently supportive of her efforts. Burns said the Business Alliance first official board meeting as a Main Street organization will take place April 28th. From there, the organization will be extremely busy between organizing the farmers market vendors, the summer kickoff, a barbecue, a ribbon cutting for a newly renovated office space, and so much more. Burns also said new businesses are rapidly joining the community. In the coming months, we'll have 3 new businesses that we've already signed leases for. For more information, you can visit wrbusinessalliance.org today. At 10:21, Alton Little Theater is inviting you to Singing in the Rain. This is a big deal for so many of you entertainment and arts lovers out there in the 618 in the Riverbend region and in the 217-314. Alton Little Theater is set to cap off its monumental 90th season in spectacular fashion with the classic musical Singing in the Rain, running from May 10th through the 19th, with potential additional dates due to high demand. As Alton Little Theater prepares for the 91st season at the showplace, the team led by artistic director Kevin Frakes pays tribute to the timeless Gene Kelly film, known for its demanding production requirements, including complex tap dance routines and sequences. The musical remains a favorite, yet rarely performed on the regional stage. Director Kevin Frakes has dedicated 6 months to meticulously planning this ambitious production, aiming to recreate those iconic dance numbers and even make it rain literally on stage. Despite the smaller theater size, they're able to do it to get it done. The production team includes executive director Lee Cox, choreographer Mary Fox, music director Mary Mahoney, technical director Brant McCants, and costume designers Colleen Michelson and Lee Cox. They have collaborated extensively to bring this vision to life. In anticipation of the 91st season, Alton Little Theater is offering a significant savings on early bird season tickets. An open house will be held at the showplace on Sunday, April the 28th from 2 to 4 p.m., featuring cake, summer acting class information, and even auditions for the upcoming musical Oliver, and a sneak peek to the Disney tribute that's coming right down the pipeline. For more information, 618-462-3205. That's 618-462-3205 or altonlittletheater.org. It's 69 degrees, but I can feel that humidity, and it feels like Florida out there. Today, warm with sun, then clouds, and a few afternoon and evening thunderstorms, some severe. These storms they are predicting can bring flooding, downpours, hail, damaging wind gusts, and even an isolated tornado. So please be mindful if you have outside practices today going on. Might be time to find a different alternative location in case the rain hits you right whenever we're leaving school. Tonight, breezy this evening with showers and thunderstorms again. Otherwise, it will be cloudy most of the time. Temperatures will reach 82 degrees today, drop down to 46 overnight. Man, that is a big temperature drop. On Friday, a high of 61, a low of 43. On Saturday, 420, a high of 56, a low of 39. That is insane. On Sunday, a high of 60, a low of 37 degrees on Sunday. wrap up those plants. If you got them in the ground, you heard Amy earlier. She said to hold off a little bit if you could. On Monday, a high of 62, a low of 52. And on our radar on RiverBender.com. Oh, man. On our weather radar on RiverBender.com, just a little bit of an update here. Around 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., rain starts trickling into the area. We will start hearing light thunder. By 7 p.m., that is when these storms and the rain really come into play. They are predicting right around 6 to 7 p.m. that we will be getting some good weather there. So just be mindful of that on the RiverBender.com radar. You can find it by going in to RiverBender.com/weather, where you can find all of the very important details to make sure that you are informed in keeping your family safe. If you're just tuning in during the top of the hour newscast, wanted to fill you in that in the afternoon we should start to experience some thunder. By the evening, we are going to be all entrenched in lightning, electricity, thunder, rain, and we'll see what other comes into the pipeline. RiverBender.com/weather for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane, your local State Farm agent. And why don't we do this? You know, I've been botching this the last couple of times and even had a few of you let me know that I'm doing it, and I appreciate that. You're keeping me honest. Let's take a look at downtown Alton as we are getting ready to experience some thunder, some lightning. But you know what? I remember when these guys came to downtown Alton, the Gin Blossoms. Take a look at downtown Alton. We'll come back with Blog Talk right after this on RiverBender.com. The time, 10:26.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. It's not showing.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. How was your chicken steak?
My chicken steak. So my friend went on vacation and she and her family have chickens. And so I spent the weekend at their house taking care of the dog and the cat and the chickens.
There you go.
Which was fascinating. I've never been around chickens that much before. I'm from the country area around here, but this is my first time up close and personal with the chickens. And
That's fast. See, it's wild to me. You know, you cow sat and, you live out in Brighton, but never had a chicken.
No, we've never had chickens before, so this was my first time, experiencing the joy and the tribulations that is taking care of chickens.
So how many chickens chickens did you start with?
So, okay, and I want it to be known that we ended with the same number.
No one died.
I'm pretty sure.
No chickens died.
They're hard to count, I'll be honest with you.
You got to use a marker.
Yeah, that's a good idea, just in case. I did a quick count, and no, I think everybody's there. It was between, like, 14-ish was where we were at, so.
Ish. Plus or minus 1 or 2.
It's just depending, but no, nobody died, and I feel good to say this now. Last week, you were over here telling me your chicken stories.
I did, that's right.
Yeah, causing all this karma and this anxiety, but no, luckily we ended with 14 chickens. Everything was okay. All's good.
That's wonderful. Now, what'd you learn about raising chickens?
What did I learn? Well, I learned that where we get eggs from is kind of gross. I'll be honest with you.
It's not the best.
It's kind of disgusting, but you know that's the miracle that is life.
Now, vegetarian Sydney, there's no correlation, but did you have organic eggs this weekend?
I actually did not.
I'm curious. See, I was curious about this.
No, I admit. So I'm not a vegetarian, but I try to try to not eat too much meat.
That's my disconnect here.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to quiz you. It's okay.
So you didn't have the eggs?
I did not have the eggs. I was welcome to, and right when I was going to, I went in to grab one, and one of the eggs had been smashed. You know what I mean? Like in the nest. And then I was kind of like, you know what? Actually, I think I'm all right.
The good thing is there wasn't a baby in that one.
No, so it all worked out.
So how big's the chicken coop you were working with?
The coop itself isn't that big, but they're free roaming chickens. So they got out and they walked around the yard, and we had a lot of fun. And definitely by day 3 or so, I was like attached, CJ. I cared about these chickens.
How far do they roam?
They don't roam too far. They roam within the yard. They know what they're doing. And what I was surprised by was that while they roamed, they knew to come back at the end of the night. So they knew to roost,
Except for one.
Except for one. One of them, wow, you're going to get me in trouble on the radio. Admittedly, yes, one of them was left out overnight one night. And if my friend is watching, I'm sorry. And it's okay because it came back.
It's true. It was sleeping there the same day, correct?
It came back. She was okay. So, but yes, no, one of them did test her survivability and spent the night outside of the coop seeing if she could make it. And she did. So it worked out really well. You got a really strong chicken.
All right, 60 minutes time.
All right.
I am on the blog. A parade of chickens, a gushing stream of chickens, and a great shove. 20 chickens came tumbling down the coop steps and landed in the dirt, basking in the safety of sunlight, strutting around the enclosure with a cocky look that says, well, I survived the night. Where is breakfast? You told me 14.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there were 14, but I might have exaggerated just a little bit for the blog just to give us a nice full round number.
She's giving you a performance here. I love it. Hey, the way it read, that was the campaign speech.
Thank you so much. You get it. It's all about the aesthetics.
It really is. But what's their personalities like? Because chickens have personalities. You have some sassy ones. You have some... some mean ones, some nice chickens, and then, some other stuff. What'd you encounter?
So we were lucky. We had nice chickens this time around.
Chickens.
So definitely got lucky there. Nobody tried to attack me, so that was good. Everyone was in a pretty good mood. And yeah, they were sassy though. They wanted their food and they wanted it now. So what are you going to do?
Intellectually, I knew chickens were reputed to be mean, but truly very vulnerable. This is great writing. I love this. This is just amazing to me. So were you the warden, a jailer, or were you a custodian?
Well, all of the above, The way I locked them in at night, and I felt bad about that. But then in the morning when they survived, I didn't feel that bad. And I brought them food, and so no wonder I grew attached because they were just so...
You can't feed them.
You can't feed them without getting attached. And I got very close to them by the end of the week. I felt very strongly about these chickens.
Did you have your own names for them?
No, I did not go that far.
Okay, not that far yet.
I admit, if I had my own chickens at home, I probably would name them.
Yeah,
but in this
you
case,
have to.
I'll be honest with you. I was a little bit unsure if we were all going to make it to the end of the weekend, so I didn't want to get too attached. Just in case.
You might die, so you're staying chicken one.
Exactly. That was kind of my thinking. It's as horrible as it sounds, but you know.
So let me ask you this. Were there a lot of bugs around the chicken coop?
You know, it got warmer, right? So over the weekend. So it did get a little humid. It did get a little gross, I'll be honest.
But any
with you.
bugs, though?
Not like...
Yeah, no.
Not like anything wild.
And that's what my
no.
point is. You know, those suckers eat every spider within
That's
a
true.
200-foot radius. It's amazing.
That's a great point. I see what you're getting at. No, absolutely. They took care of the coop. It was pretty clean.
That's what I'm saying. See, we'll take the custodian title away from you, and we'll give you
Exactly.
caretaker back now.
Thank you so much.
So what'd you feed them?
They had feed. So
Oh, they have their own chicken feed.
They have their own chicken feed, so it's very special. So I just stuck with that. Probably could have gotten, I know I've heard you can throw chickens anything and
Yes.
they'll eat it.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, you know better than I do.
They
You're the
will.
chicken expert here of the two of us.
Them and pigs, they're pretty much the same. They'll eat it.
I was not brave enough. I didn't want to mess it up and give a chicken something that they'd choke on or something terrible like that. So I just stuck with the feed, kept it easy, but maybe next time I'll
Did you
do
have
more.
a technique to throw?
Yeah, actually I did.
I love it. Okay.
So usually I'd feed them in the morning, and I didn't let them out in the morning because we had, I had to go to work, and I didn't want them to get left alone. So, or, out in the yard by themselves. So I went in the morning, and I took the feed, and I just kind of threw it straight into the coop and into the fence, and they... attacked it. So
there you go.
It was pretty good, yeah.
So, did you have a chicken call?
A chicken call, not so much, but I did, however, I did get very attached, like I said, and so by the end of the week, I started using affirmations with the chickens, which, hear me out, that sounds a little weird, but hear me out. So I'd begin each day with, good morning, chickens. What a beautiful day this is. This is the way I talk to my cats, too, for the record, is that same level of just, like, affirmation. You're trying not
I'm
to
not
laugh at
saying
me, but-
nothing. I'm waiting.
No, and I believe it's like talking to a houseplant, right? They say talking to a houseplant makes it grow faster and better. So you've heard this before,
I have. Okay.
So I figured maybe...
I gotta be honest. I haven't heard a damn thing about this. You can talk to your houseplants and make them grow fast?
You haven't heard about this?
No, I gotta know. Fill me in and enlighten me.
I need your listeners to back me up, or else I'm gonna sound really out there. But this is the thing. They say if you talk to your houseplants, they will grow better. And it might be an old wives' tale. It might just be something that someone who was lonely said and spread the word around so they could talk to their houseplants without getting judged. I don't know. But I figured if that's the case with plants, maybe the chickens need that same kind of love and attention, It's like the way you talk to a dog,
So you said good morning, chickens, and
Good
talked to
morning,
them very
chickens.
nice.
Great job on the eggs today. Just tried to compliment them and start both their day off right and my day off right on a positive spin before we went to work.
What'd you say to tell them good night?
I said, get in the coop.
Okay. So what are some of the predators you had to worry about?
Well, we're out in the country, so, the foxes, the raccoons, everything, basically anything bigger than a chicken or more agile than a chicken was a predator here. These guys were so vulnerable, so I got so nervous about it.
Sorry. I repeat as I gently prodded the chickens awake with a stick.
Okay.
You were
Let
up
me
before the
explain
chicken.
Let me explain that. That sounds bad. Let me explain that. I did not abuse the chickens. No. So what happens was, they roost of a night. They go into their coop. I got there late one night. 2 of the chickens had stayed out and was in the yard and had fallen asleep. And I figured, either we could have 20 dead chickens, 14 dead chickens, or 2 annoyed chickens. So I figured worst case scenario, we'll just annoy these chickens. So I did. I prodded them awake and guided them into the coop, and it all worked out fine. They all survived.
They all made it in there. Listen, there's 2... Oh my God. There's 2 types of chicken owners and chicken
Let's hear it.
caretakers.
Let's hear it.
There's chicken... There's chicken caretakers that do what you do, and you're very soft and gentle, and you might have prodded one with a stick.
Unfortunate, but
apologize.
It was a necessity.
And then there's the chicken owners that I knew and grew up with that played football with their chickens.
No.
You ever done that?
No, absolutely
I
not.
swear to God, I know somebody that did with their baby chicks.
Oh.
Threw them like a football, and those suckers fluttered on down, and you caught them and ran.
Oh my gosh.
Swear to God, there's...
No, I was not that brave. My chickens were getting affirmations, CJ. I wasn't throwing them. I was building up their confidence.
There are two types of chicken owners out there. There is the loving chicken owner, and then there's the you're going to be a drumstick chicken owner. No matter what, the sun rose and 14 chickens tumbled out. Well, it says 20, but I'm
sorry.
It's okay.
You're seeing behind the curtain right now.
We're just breaking the fourth wall down a little bit, and thus we all began another day. Did you have anything fun with the chickens? Like, did you read with them? Did you?
No, that would have
do
been
yoga.
That would have been better. I should have done something like that, something relaxing with the chickens. But no, as it was, we kind of at the end of the day, we kind of kept to ourselves. To be honest with you, so, chickens did their thing. Me and the dog did our own thing, and it all worked out.
Now, did the dog like help you at all with these chickens?
The dog was all over the place. So one other thing, so I didn't grow up with chickens. I didn't grow up with dogs either. I grew up with cats.
Oh, that's right.
I've never been around dogs that much, to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
So, the dog was all over the place, and she was very cute, and she was popping out from underneath the chicken coop out of nowhere, and you're like, okay, hello. So yeah, but she gets along with the chickens fine. So there was no chasing or anything.
She wasn't saying, just making sure the gate was closed.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It all worked out.
So how many eggs do these suckers produce a day?
So many. That was something that surprised me.
Yeah, because that's a real job. Collecting eggs takes a long time.
That did surprise me. I was kind of surprised by just the amount of eggs, and by the end we had a full bucket of just eggs that were ready to eat, or not for me, but for each their own. And so yeah, they were that's what I mean, very productive chickens, and I think talking to them helped. So I take credit for some of it.
There you go. So besides the chickens, dog, cat was fine?
All was well.
House
luckily.
was good?
House was good,
Now,
yes.
question for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Because I've had to do this a couple of times. Do you pick up the house before you leave?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you? Same here.
Yes.
Because I will say there was one time I did pick up, now I'm going to be honest here.
Let's hear it.
And I know that someone might text me a little angry, but quite frankly, I'm so tired today, I don't give a damn. I had to go watch a house, and I did, and the house was absolutely not in tip-top shape.
Really?
Filthy is probably the better word.
Oh, you're going to get an angry text
I don't
message.
give it. I really care. Could care less today. And so I decided, let's do a favor for this individual and let's clean up their entire home.
That was nice of you.
Guess you didn't get a damn thank you.
Hey, this is the chance.
You're welcome.
There you go.
You're welcome. With that being said, Cindy, I have Cindy on my brain here today. Sydney, what is your takeaway? Would you own chickens?
You know what? Here's the thing. I would own chickens, except for the fact that they die so easily. It makes me nervous. I don't want to deal with a dead chicken. That makes me sad. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm brave enough at this point in my life to own chickens, but I did like it. I liked the idea. It was very cottagecore, very nice to just be out there taking care of the chickens. So.
Chickens are more scary than cows.
You think so?
I do. At night.
Well, at night for sure.
Because, cows are creepy. Don't get me wrong. Anyone that's walked in a cow field at night is a little creeped out. You see those bug eyes or whatever. But you see a bunch of chickens in a coop at night, and all of a sudden they walk in a different direction. You think it's over.
It's weird.
You're
it's
right.
Very weird, yeah.
It is creepy.
They're vulnerable, too. That's the thing. They scared me. Just knowing that they were so I was like, every morning it was kind of a gamble of whether or not the chickens were going to have survived the night or not, and I can't
Did
take
you
that
wake up
stress.
in fear?
A little bit,
That's what I was wondering, anxiety at all?
just
Waking up going, shoot, I got to get out there,
Yeah, I got to get out there immediately. Yeah, I was a little nervous about it.
Did you sleep through the night?
For the most part, yeah. We got through the night.
First night for you, were you nervous something was going to come in?
Well, a little bit, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, definitely in the country,
Yeah, because you're by yourself, and you're still dealing with someone's animal. Even though they tell you, hey, don't worry about it, you still worry.
Absolutely,
you
yeah.
know?
You want everything to be good and everyone to be all right. So I had the dog with me, so the guard dog, which if my friend's listening, she knows that's a joke to say she's a guard dog because she's really just a sweetheart. But
well, that's okay.
It's okay. It's good to have a dog there.
Burglars need love too.
Exactly. So it's okay. We got through the weekend, and it was a very fun event all around.
There you go. What are you working on this week?
Well, we got quite a few things coming down the pipeline right now. So we got a very busy couple of days here all around. And then what I'm excited for, though, is you and I going to the Mushroom Festival this weekend. Mushroom Hunt.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. We're going to be there, I'll be there in the morning. And you have an event that morning.
Yep, I'm going to stop by after my event, and so that'll be really fun. So going to go check out Rusty Wheat's
Earth Day cleanup.
Earth Day Festival, yeah.
There
so
you
that'll
go.
be really fun.
Well, I'll be there in the morning until about 1 or 2. Actually, about noon, because I got a soccer game that afternoon at Gordon Moore. But once I do that, I might pop back down. I might not. We'll see what time allows.
See how it goes.
But RiverBender.com will be there with a ton of vendors. And then a blog for next week.
Blog for next week, I wish I knew. If I knew, I'd get on it and I'd tell you. I promise I'd tell you. But as it is, I'm also figuring it out day by day. So what can I say?
Man, that's okay. I forgive you. We'll take a quick pause. Blog Talk. There you go. We did it.
We did it. Good for us.
And I don't know how, but we got through it. We'll take a quick break. Daily Show hits you next right here on a Thursday in downtown Alton.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Here we go. 10:49, a little bit of change on this Thursday morning. All-Star Award. I have a hero. This man is a legend. Let me explain. Let the music bed take its part first. There we go. All righty. Let's take you over to a world record that will stand the test of time. A 69-year-old retiree visited 120 pubs and ordered drinks in 24 hours, breaking a new world record. His name's David Clarkson, my hero, born in Britain but has lived in Australia for 40 years. Started his attempt with a drink at the Captain Cook Hotel in Sydney. Here's what we know about this feat. Clarkson walked in to 119 more establishments over the course of the following 24 hours, ordering a drink at each stop. 120 later, Guinness World Records agitator Pete Fairbairn joined Clarkson for the first 4 and final 4 hours of his attempt. Other witnesses accompanied Clarkson during the middle period of his pub crawl, collecting evidence and vomit for Fairbairn to review. At the end of the day, Clarkson's attempt came to an end at the Success Garden Bar when he said, "Huh? Oh, sorry, no he didn't." He took the title from Australians Harry Kouros and Jake Loiterton, who visited 99 pubs in 24 hours. He said, "Let the old man in. I got 20 more stops in me," and then fell over on the street. All-Star Award today. Drunk yesterday, All-Star Award winner tomorrow. You know, hey, archaeologists excavating a 19th century fortress in Belgium made a surprising and kind of mysterious discovery. A nearly 100-year-old train car originating from England. Uh-oh. Someone didn't go where they needed to go. The London Northeastern Railway said that researchers working to uncover the Northern Citadel in Antwerp found a dark red train car marked with the LNER logo. That's where things took a turn. The company identified them as removals car, meaning meant for moving property from a person's old home into a new residence. The researchers said the car appears to be the very first model of removals, and they were only used briefly around 1930 before the company replaced them with a blue model. The company still don't know how the car came to be buried 500 miles from the British headquarters. You know, this is gross. Imagine you're outside cutting your grass, not smoking any, but cutting it. And all of a sudden, beaming down from the sky, something lands in your yard, okay? And you're looking around. Anyone else see it? You know, you're trying to think you aren't crazy. Well, then you pick it up. You feel it. You're like, wow, this is burning hot because it just plummeted to the atmosphere. And then you realize it was an astronaut's waste. NASA did confirm that an object that crashed through the roof of a Florida home was indeed garbage jettisoned from the International Space Station. The cylindrical Close. I feel proud of that. Object crashed through Alejandro Otoro's roof in Naples. Now, on March 8th, the sound of the crash recorded by his Ring camera. The only thing I can get are a bunch of people itching their arm by me. The object was taken by NASA to be examined, and the space agency has now confirmed it was indeed the remains of a 5,800-pound cargo pallet of depleted nickel hydride batteries. So that's better. It's not someone's actual waste. That was jettisoned from the ISS in March. The hardware was fully expected to burn up during re-entry through Earth's atmosphere. However, a piece of hardware survived re-entry and impacted the home in Naples, Florida. The 1.6-pound piece of debris, measuring about 4 inches long, was identified from the NASA flight support equipment used to mount batteries on the cargo pallet. The NASA engineers said that ISS will conduct the investigation to determine the cause of the debris' survival and, well, to update the modeling and analysis as it's needed. But you're an all-star because that could have killed somebody. An escaped mountain goat that somehow got stuck under a Kansas City bridge, yes, you saw that video, we all did, has survived a rocky rescue effort and now may be reunited with the owners who suspect he was stolen from their farm 2 months ago. After Monday's eclipse, people spotted the animal believed to be a missing goat named Chug hopping around on pillars that support the bridge high above the ground. Hoping to guide it to safety, a driver managed to get a rope around the goat's neck, and only added to the danger. When firefighters tried to rappel over the side of the bridge to capture the goat, he got spooked and tried to jump to the next platform, but his hooves slipped and the rope got caught around his neck, hanging from the bridge. Firefighters managed to undo a snag in the rope, creating slack in the line. The goat then fell as much as 15 feet to the ground, landing in a spot where crews were adding padding in an attempt to soften the impact. So they, were able to get it done. This is from yesterday. 2 black-footed ferrets have been cloned from the genes used for the first clone of an endangered species in the United States, bringing to 3 the number of slinky predators genetically identical to one of the last such animals found in the wild. The Fish and Wildlife Department said on Wednesday, clones are real. Efforts to breed the first clone, a female named Elizabeth Ann, born in 2021, has failed, but recent births of 2 more clone females named Noreen and Antonia, in combination with a captive breeding program launched in the 80s, is boosting hopes of diversifying the endangered species. Genetic diversity can improve a species' ability to adapt and survive despite disease outbreaks and those changing environmental conditions. But I had to share that with you, that AP reported yesterday. Cloning makes 3. 2 more endangered ferrets are gene copies of the critter frozen in the 1980s. There you go. That's your All-Star Award today. And that's how we'll leave it. Hey, let me fill you in real quick on Denise Sparks, the queen of junk. She is looking to be your trash courier. So many of us are tired of the big conglomerate that does nothing to help our trash problems. It's nothing to do with the employees. The employees of that organization are wonderful. They're nice. They're always so nice on the roadways. Nothing against them. It's just the structure of the company. I mean, can we just be honest about that? It's brutal. You call, you don't get a call back until next Wednesday. Then they don't pick your trash up for 2 weeks because, something happened and, X, Y, and Z occurred, and they don't give you a call. Hell, it took me 6 months to even get a trash can. You don't have to worry about that with Denise Sparks and Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling. They take care of you. Customer service is the most important thing. The second most important is loving and living local, that Denise Sparks does better than anybody. You can find out more information at sparksjunkremoval.net and reclaim your space today. I'm out of time, but I will see you tomorrow for more of our daily show. So on that note, enjoy your Thursday. Stay dry out there. But most importantly, as always, just try your best to stay out of jail.
Oh, yes, he did. He said it was.